Hello there, what's going on guys? How's everybody doing? Sorry it's been a minute since I have posted a video. Life got crazy as you guys know. Here in the US it's going wild, to be honest with you. But I wanted to check in and give you guys a room update, another small room tour, and today I actually wanted to talk about breeding lovebirds. We're gonna talk specifically about breeding the black cheeks. But let's start with giving you guys a little bit of information about what we got in here. We got in some new species of birds, to be honest with you. This is the bird room right now. We have birds everywhere here. But let's start with these guys. I'm sure you guys remember these are our black cheek African lovebirds. I'm sure you guys remember them from last video. And in here, they are molting, but I got a pair of red whiskered bulbuls. They are a songbird that come from India, parts of Asia. They have a beautiful song in the morning. I'll try to get a better picture of them, or better angle of them later. They're very skittish, I'll be honest with you guys. I think they're wild caught in a way. That's why I have this burlap on the outside of the cage like this. I only have a small part of it exposed like this, so that hopefully gets them to calm down. Even then, as you can see, they're still pretty frantic. I switched up the nest boxes, as you guys can see. Like last time I had nest boxes inside the cage, and I'll tell you all about that when we start talking about breeding them. Now everything on the outside. Here's our red factor canaries. These are my agates right here. All of my lipochromes. They're growing so well. These guys will probably get a nest box next month, maybe towards the end of August, something like that. They are young birds. This is my Isabel female with a lipochrome male. Another pair of lipochromes. And here, I actually have an agate female. Her right there. And then this is a lipochrome male. And then right here, I have... So this is kind of weird. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it later. But this female, I believe, is a red factor fife. I know she doesn't look like it. She looks crazy different. But I am color feeding her, and I want to see what happens. I'll tell you about that later. That's a long story. And next are just a yellow male. That's it. These are the canaries. I'm sure you guys remember Dave. He's our blue-headed Pyonis. He was just eating some carrots. And this is one of our other newest addition, as you guys can see in the beginning of the video. This is our Cape Parrot. His name is Doug. So I got him new. As you guys can see, the canary setup's completely different. All the fifes that used to be here are gone. I only have the red factors now. So that changed. So he is our newest addition, and also the bulbuls were the newest. But yeah guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the room. And now I really want to talk about breeding lovebirds. So I had my first clutch of the season with these guys. Was great. We had a great run. All the babies I had that hatched grew up and were awesome. And you guys are going to get to see a few of them right here. But really I want to talk about the setup, why I chose this species, and how I was able to produce. So I chose black cheek African lovebirds because they are the most peaceful in a colony setting breeding. So them and the Lillian's lovebird, which pretty much looks like a Fisher's, but if you look at them real good, their face is a bit more red, are the most peaceful for this, for colony breeding. If anybody wants to breed lovebirds that are not these or the Lillians, I would honestly recommend doing a pair per cage. That would probably be your best bet. because you will have aggression problems. They will go after the babies. You will have issues, believe me. And most of us don't have the space to really do what we need to do, you know, when it comes to doing those other species that are not so peaceful. But anywho, when it comes to these guys, all you gotta do, honestly, I'll make it really easy. Make sure you have a pair that is not related. Male and female are not related. And here's what I mean. Guarantee that they are a male and a female. Get them sexed, whether you yourself get them sexed or you buy from a breeder that has them guaranteed. And that's the other thing. Make sure you buy from a breeder. Guys, I only bought these birds because that's the other main thing with lovebirds, breeding lovebirds, is make sure you got the sex correct, make sure they are not related, and make sure they have great, clean bloodlines. What I mean by that is that when these guys breed each other, they're not gonna give me a white lovebird and a yellow one and a blue one, and no, they're just gonna give me lovebirds that look just like them. And that's what I wanted. I wanted birds that were that clean, that were not kind of hybridized. Because a lot of these guys, they would just simply, you know, crossbreed them with a lot of other stuff. And you don't want that. Believe me, that just ruins the bloodline for the future. But here I have 8 pairs. They're all unrelated. I always give an extra 2 boxes, maybe, for when I'm colony breeding. So see, I got one back there. Just so I can make sure that every pair's got options. You know what I mean? So after you make sure that your birds are not related, they are sexed, guaranteed sex, and the bloodline is exactly what you want. That's it, guys. Go ahead, move on that pair. Pick your pair and take it home. Make sure, obviously, they're not, you know, sick or anything. Physically, they're looking good. By the way, that one that just flew was a baby. I'll show you guys. And make sure you get from a reliable breeder, somebody that's gonna work with you and help you. And that's all you need when it comes to breeding. Honestly, guys, I did this 2 different ways. In the beginning, when the nest boxes were inside the cages, I let the birds build their own nest, and that was great. The birds did fine. Dave over there is going off. Sorry about that. But that was great. The birds did awesome. The only issue is I wasn't able to keep a steady supply of the hay that I was using, honestly, for them. So for that reason, it failed. After a while, I just ran out. But the birds did have a great clutch. This is actually one of the babies right here. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you're breeding in a colony, breeding like this, if you were maybe breeding, let's just say fishers, they might go after the babies and hurt them. And that's the aggression problems that you're going to run across. With these guys, literally no problems at all. They're completely okay with them. But anywho, you can give them hay if you want to give them your own nest for them to build. The best is really palm leaves. If you can find palm leaves and you can provide it to the birds, I am telling you guys, they will do great. They will freaking lose it. But ever since I moved the nest boxes to outside like this, I moved over to Aspen. It made it a little easier to give them that stuff in the nest box and also to clean. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I don't know if there's anybody in here. Here's the other thing too, guys. Access is the biggest thing. So any box with a Post-it note on it, we got eggs in it right now. I just literally switched this last weekend. It's been a week and they already started laying. When you go into a nest box, always let them know you're coming. Always. Don't freak them out. And then just slowly open it. This is basically what it looks like on the inside. It just looks like if they basically shredded it themselves. And honestly, I just change it every time they use it and they have a clutch. You know, we take it out. It's that simple. Guys, once you see the pair actually breeding, actually mating, give them maybe about a week. I would expect eggs. They would lay maybe between 2 to 6 eggs at most, maybe 5. I usually start the countdown till hatch day after the 3rd egg. And eggs usually hatch within 23 days. That's what you want to count to, 23 days. Do not disturb them. Literally let them be. Feed, water, walk away. Make sure everybody's happy, everybody's healthy. By the way, guys, this is my bird room is in the middle of my house. Like that's like my living room. My room is right there. This is my kitchen, and I have 2 parrots, all the canaries, and all these guys, and I'm able to do okay. And I live in an apartment. Just make sure they're happy and let them be. They literally will do just fine. As soon as you see that 3rd egg, literally start counting. 23 days. I usually check on the birds once a week, usually on my cleaning day because that's the day where I'm here the most, so I just want to do the most. Check on them, write down your information and how many eggs you got, and everything else, the pair, maybe the date it was laid. Like see here, by the way, I have 2 pieds in here, 2 black cheeks are pieds. So that's why you see right here, see it's a green black cheek to a green black cheek. While you know, if you see the pied, if I see her lay anywhere, that's when I mark her nest box. And that's it. As soon as they lay, they will hatch their own eggs. They will feed their own babies. You can absolutely take the babies and feed them yourself if you'd like to. They can be tamed just like just like a parrot, just like Dave or Doug right here. I'll show you guys. The other thing I wanted to mention, don't let the size of these guys fool you. These are full parrots. Literally, they imagine literally what I have in these guys, just in a smaller size. They just don't talk and stuff like that, just like, you know, some of the other parrots. They require a diet, especially during breeding season. Guys, I recommend as heavy fruit. I'm sorry, don't do fruit as much. Do vegetables. Literally vegetables all day, every day. I am not kidding. I only give them fruit twice a week. Heavy on the seed. Make sure it's got a fatty seed when they're feeding young. The young need that fat. I used to do pellets, and I still do sometimes. I'll be honest with you guys. I just need a brand that I can't get right here, right now. I can't find a supplier. So I'm just doing the best I can, and I'm just giving them as much as I can when it comes to vegetables. We will talk about diet and stuff like that on a different day. But heavy vegetables. Literally as heavy as you can. Kettle bones. As many as possible too. You guys, I have 8 breeding pairs here, and I only have 2 stations. And believe me, like, they tear them up. And you just gotta replace them. That's it. As soon as I want, you know, if these guys get smaller, I will show you. I will definitely get them replaced and get them taken out. Usually, guys, when it comes to breeding lovebirds in general, even if you're talking about a masked one, a peach face, whatever, they usually breed up to 5 years. So when you get in a pair, make sure you have a young pair. Literally, ideally, I would say for everybody, get a year-old pair. 10 months the youngest, because you shouldn't breed a pair that is younger than 10 months. Because they're just too young. They're gonna. Dave over there is laughing his butt off. Because you're gonna run into maybe clear eggs, even other problems. So just avoid breeding anything younger than 10 months. Allow them a lot of room to breed. I'll be honest with you guys. What I have right here for the bulbuls is just a double flight cage that you guys can see right there. Honestly, mount the breeding box on the outside for lovebirds, and you can put 4 birds in here. Two pairs, and that's ideal, perfect space. Don't go smaller. I'm trying to think what else. By the way, also, I chose these lovebirds specifically to breed because they are so rare. Here's why. These guys are losing a lot of habitat in the wild. And I believe, or I read somewhere, that there's less than 1,500 of them left in the wild. So that's why I chose them, because I really wanted to kind of help the species. That's a lot of what I do here is really picking out species that are kind of rare that need numbers. That's why I got Doug right here. He's sleeping. But he's my Cape parrot. Now we'll talk to you guys about him later for sure. But choose you guys birds wisely. Really give them, give yourself a reason to care for them. I really enjoy caring for these guys. They're awesome. And they're really fun to have. I'm telling you, the craziest birds I've ever had are these guys. By the way, guys, once these guys hatch their babies, there goes the bulbuls. Like I said, they are totally capable of feeding their own babies. Just make sure you're heavy on the feed. They got food every day. That's all you gotta do. I heard the bulbuls going again. I will make a video about how to breed these guys and what my plan is. We're gonna cover every species that you guys see here, because believe me, I will be breeding the Cape as well as the Pyonis. We're moving to a house at some point within this year, and we're gonna build ourselves a barn, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put all these guys there, and that's gonna be the bird barn. If you guys got any questions, any concerns, please drop them down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Anything that you guys want to know about this or what we plan on doing here moving forward. Please like and subscribe, and until then, I hope you guys stay safe, take care of yourself, and hope you have a great day. Happy 4th, by the way. Bye-bye.